I mean, I love them both. I mean, Stipe just got to stop the takedown, but Stipe's, I believe, is way bigger than him. I think Stipe is going to win. Again, I'm a favorite of both, so I'd love just to see a good fight, but I have Stipe at the end of the day.
I just think it's a good fight for Stipe. He's got good enough. I mean, he's going to get taken down probably because DC is one of the best in the world that he mixes it so well. But I just think, Stipe is bad man. He hits hard. Trust me, I've been in there with him and felt it with 16-ounce gloves. I wish they were 40-ounce gloves because he hurts, man. So I wouldn't want to get hit by a dude. And it's going to be tough, man. I think the biggest thing for Stipe, and I've had the same problem, was fighting a guy that much shorter. He's used to fighting these monsters, especially at heavyweight, 6'4", 6'5" guys. Fighting a guy, I don't know, what's DC, 5'8", 5'7", he's small. I mean, fighting, that stuff's tough, man. When I fought Ilir Latifi, that was the toughest thing for me, was being able to find my range on a guy who's shorter like that. And I think that's going to be something that's tough. Hopefully he's got that figured out. He's got a great coaching staff up there, and I'm sure he's got some guys that are shorter that'll help him find that range a little easier. I do think, I don't see it going past 3. I mean, I definitely think first round, Stipe kind of feels it out a little bit in the first round. He's not the quickest starter. This first round, I think, it'll go back and forth till DC might gain a little confidence, and then second, third round, once you hit Stipe once, he kind of gets like this Frankenstein look in his face where he's going to just roar, he's a big ogre and he wants to kill you. So I could see it, second, third round, him finishing him. I don't see the takedown being a problem. And even if it is, he gets up really fast and he's really strong, so he'll be fine. And his cardio is insane for a guy that big. That's something I think that'll be good. And I'm hoping, I do think DC's awesome and he's a fun guy, but it's a tough fight for him, man. A lot to ask for a guy to come up. I mean, I think he really is legitimately the best light heavyweight ever, especially, with the whole steroid thing going on with John Jones and everything. I do think he's the best light heavyweight ever, and this is against the best heavyweight ever, so it's a really cool fight.
Man, I got to go with Stipe just because he's breaking records, man, and he's proven time and time again that he's the best heavyweight in the world right now. I think Daniel is a great competitor and a great challenge for him, and it is a toss-up. But if I had to, bet and put all my money on something, I'm going to go with the current champion just because of how impressive I feel he's been.
I love both of them. They're both friends of mine. I would usually say I'm going to pull for the wrestler, but they're both wrestlers. Daniel's a little higher level wrestler, super accomplished in the international level and at the collegiate level. So that resonates with me quite a bit. But then if you watch Stipe versus Ngannou, I don't know if there's a better game planner and someone who can execute a game plan better than Stipe. So I don't know. You asked me, we got the question about Rivera and Moraes earlier. I don't know who wins that one. I don't know who wins Stipe or Daniel either.
It's one of those fights, could go all 5 rounds and you'd be like, okay, I'm not surprised. And then could go 1 round, you'd be like, I'm not surprised, So it could be a quick fight. But I've seen both guys have a lot of power. Both guys are willing to exchange too. But man, I don't know. That's a close one. That's a tough one.
Stipe Miocic. Han däckade Ngannou. Han vinner lätt mot Cormier, han är kortare. Men Cormier, han är bra. Han är brottare.
Hur tror du Stipe vinner?
Jag tror han vinner på knock. Och om Cormier vinner, han vinner på slänger runt han. Så där 100 buller.
Men du tror det lutar mot Stipe?
Ja, Stipe vinner. Jag trodde Stipe skulle förlora mot Ngannou, men han förlorade inte, han vann. Så om man vinner mot Ngannou, han vinner mot DC, enkelt. Men DC är bra. Ha?
DC all day! Fan, vet inte vad han snackar om. DC sista match, alltså han är kung. Obesegrad, tungvikt, jag håller på DC. Han är lite mindre men jag tror han kan ta det ändå.
Jag tror Stipe tar det. Knock, tror jag. Han har för bra händer och hans brottning är bra också. Han är riktigt bra brottare. Men Cormier är duktig. Men jag tror Stipe tar det.
Ser du någon rond framför dig?
En senare rond. Jag tror en senare rond. 4, 5. Någonting så. Men det kommer bli krigas. Det blir mycket, jag tror det blir fram och tillbaka, upp och ner. Och sen till slut hittar han lite där. Jag tror Cormier måste... Han kanske får tillbaka konditionen nu när han slipper katta. Men jag tror Stipe tar det.
Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. Who do you think? Who do you got?
I'm going to take Stipe. Mostly, I like both of the guys. You know, I come from a wrestling background. I like these wrestlers. I like Cormier, but we need to get Cormier back down to light heavyweight so Alex can beat him up. So as a fan, I'm going to be rooting for Stipe. I think it's going to be a close fight, but seeing Cormier like at the beach now and what he looks like in his heavyweight body, I think Stipe is going to win this one.
Fun fight, man. This is a super fight, right? The definition of it. Cormier is an absolute monster. One of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time. Maybe sometimes doesn't get the recognition he deserves, but Stipe is a beast. They're just a monster of a striker. He's going to have a lot of size advantage. And, you know, Cormier obviously had success at heavyweight, but I think he did it against guys that were a little bit slower. He got to really kind of utilize his speed and his movement. I think Stipe can match him in that department. So, you know, I applaud Daniel Cormier for taking this chance. If he does this, I mean, if he pulls off the upset here, you know, I mean, you're talking about one of the greatest of all time, no question about it, but I think Stipe is going to be a little bit too much.
Actually, yesterday when I was interviewing Darren Till, I was asking about the same thing, and he was really cheering for and betting for DC, and I was really surprised because I think he's an underdog in this one. But actually, in my honest opinion, he can win. He can win. His wrestling game is really on point, and he's also like fighting IQ also at the highest level possible. Stipe is, you know, his body is amazing when it comes to the comparison with DC, but I think DC can shock the world right now.
And how do you think DC is going to win?
Well, probably decision, or if not, it could go like, I don't know, maybe kind of submission. Maybe rear naked choke.
Detta är en grym match. Första superfighten på hur länge som helst, och det har saknats alltså. Jag tror faktiskt att detta blir en relativt enkel match för Stipe. Jag ser han som starkare i de flesta avseendena. Starkare, snabbare. Allting som kanske förutom vissa brottningsaspekter så ser jag Miocic som bara steget längre. Och stående så tror jag faktiskt han kommer plocka isär DC, och jag tror inte vi får ett avslut nödvändigtvis, men oavsett så tror jag faktiskt det blir relativt dominant i Stipes fördel.
Jag tror det kommer bli ett domslut, men jag tror att Stipe kommer vinna den. Jag tror han är betydligt större och starkare än vad vi tror. Man tror ju att Cormier är i samma viktklass nästan, eftersom han är rätt stor också. Men Stipe, alltså han är dominerat totalt. Jag tror det blir en lätt match för Stipe, tror jag.